Everyone knows that you really don't make pictures by yourself, and I accept this tonight on behalf of my friends, people that influenced my life, influenced this movie.
My life is, volleyball, driving up and down when I'm home.
In the wild world of Hollywood, a marriage that actually lasts can feel like a myth. And for almost 20 years, it looked like Kevin Costner and Christine Baumgartner had caught the unicorn. They were the perfect picture. The handsome, Oscar-winning movie star and the beautiful, successful designer raising a family on sprawling ranches and walking red carpets. It was a story about lasting love, a second chance for Costner that really seemed to be the one. But in Hollywood, even the most perfect pictures can break. And when their marriage ended, it didn't just crack. It exploded. The fallout sent shockwaves of scandal, accusations, and public humiliation through the entire entertainment industry. The divorce was a nasty, drawn-out fight, a public spectacle of he said, she said that played out in court filings and tabloid headlines. For a guy who built a career playing strong, quiet heroes, the whole mess left him looking exposed and defeated. After a bitter and very public divorce that the whole world watched, a lot of people figured Kevin Costner was done with love for good. The fight was just too public and the wounds seemed too deep. But behind the scenes, a new story is taking shape, far away from the camera flashes and the judgment of the industry that made him a star. We're breaking down the truth behind the recent rumors, the whispers of a new partner, and why Costner is more determined than ever to find love far, far away from the glitz of Hollywood. This isn't just a story about dating after divorce. It's about a man rewriting the rules for his own heart and protecting it at all costs. To understand where Kevin Costner is headed, you first have to understand the wreckage he just climbed out of. His split from Christine Baumgartner wasn't just a divorce. It was a public autopsy of a life lived in the spotlight. When Baumgartner filed for divorce in May 2023, citing irreconcilable differences, it was the end of a 19-year marriage. 4 months, the world watched as their private war became public entertainment. The fight boiled down to the two things that so often tear couples apart: money and property. The biggest sticking point was their prenup, a document they signed way back in 2004 to protect Costner's massive fortune if they ever split. That prenup reportedly said that Baumgartner would have to move out of their family home within 30 days of filing for divorce. When she didn't, the legal battle kicked into high gear. Court documents revealed a tense standoff. Costner's lawyers argued he had already paid her what he owed according to the agreement, offering her a huge sum to find a new place. But Baumgartner's team fought back, challenging the prenup and demanding a massive increase in child support for their 3 kids, Caden, Hayes, and Grace. The numbers being thrown around were insane, painting a picture of an incredibly lavish lifestyle that was now being used as a weapon in court. She first asked for nearly $250,000 a month in child support, a number Costner's team called inflated and inappropriate. The headlines were everywhere. Every court filing, every motion, every single demand was leaked to the press. We learned about their monthly spending, their vacation habits, and their fights over who got what. The whole process laid bare the incredible wealth that had defined their marriage and was now fueling its ugly end. Costner, who is famously private, had to watch as the intimate details of his finances and family life were debated on a global stage. In the end, after months of back and forth, a judge sided with Costner, enforcing the prenup and drastically cutting the child support payments from what Baumgartner had asked for. The divorce was finally settled in February 2024, but the emotional damage was obvious. Costner may have won in court, but the public fight cost him his peace and privacy. And just to pour some salt in a very fresh wound, news broke shortly after the divorce was finalized that Christine Baumgartner was engaged to financier Josh Connor. This wasn't just some new guy. Connor was a former friend and neighbor of the couple, which added a thick layer of personal betrayal to the whole mess. With his ex-wife so publicly moving on with someone from their inner circle, the pressure was on Costner. The world was watching, wondering what he would do next. Would he retreat, wounded and bitter? Or would he get back out there and step into a dating world that had already burned him badly before? This wasn't Kevin Costner's first rodeo with a tough split. To really get why he's so cautious now, you have to rewind to his first great love and his first great heartbreak. Back in 1978, long before he was Hollywood royalty, he married his college sweetheart, Cindy Silva. For 16 years, they were a team. She was with him when he was a struggling actor, and she was right there as he became one of the biggest stars. In the world with hits like The Untouchables, Dances with Wolves, and The Bodyguard. They had 3 children, Annie, Lily, and Joe, and on the outside, it looked like they had it all. But the pressure of that level of fame is intense, and rumors of cheating started to dog the marriage. The whispers got louder during the famously difficult production of his hugely expensive epic, Waterworld. Then, in 1994, the seemingly perfect marriage just ended. They announced their divorce, and the fallout was huge. The split cost Costner a fortune, with Silva reportedly getting a settlement of around $80 million, one of the biggest celebrity divorce payouts of that time. The financial hit was huge, but the emotional one was just as bad. He had lost the woman who'd been with him from the start. In the years after that first divorce, Costner's dating life was all over the tabloids. He was a newly single superstar, and he was linked to a bunch of famous women. There was a short but important relationship with Bridget Rooney, which led to the birth of his son, Liam. He was also connected to political activist Birgit Cunningham and even supermodel Elle Macpherson. He was living the life of a Hollywood bachelor, but it always seemed like it was just a phase, not the final destination. In interviews, he talked about how hard dating was and how lonely fame could be. He seemed to be looking for something real, something that could actually survive the spotlight. That search seemed to be over in 2004 when he married Christine Baumgartner. She was a model and handbag designer, someone with her own career but who wasn't part of the Hollywood acting machine. It felt like a deliberate choice, a move toward a more normal life. They settled down on his ranch in Aspen, built a family, and for 19 years it worked. He had found his second chance. But as we all know now, that chapter also had a painful ending, repeating the same pattern. A long marriage followed by a bitter, public, and very expensive divorce. 2 great loves, 2 devastating endings. This history is the key to understanding his life today. It explains the caution, the desire for something different, and why he's so determined not to let history repeat itself a third time. The second Costner was officially single again. The rumor mill fired up its engines. Every public appearance, every photo, every casual lunch was analyzed for romantic clues. It seemed like Hollywood and the public were desperate to write his next chapter for him and give his story a new, interesting twist. The first big rumor that really took off involved the singer-songwriter Jewel. In late 2023, while his divorce was still making headlines, pictures of Costner and Jewel looking cozy at a charity event on Richard Branson's Necker Island popped up. And the pictures were pretty intimate. He had his arms wrapped around her waist while she sat in his lap. They were both smiling and looked totally relaxed. The internet went nuts. It felt like a perfect, almost poetic match. 2 artists with a deep connection to the American West, both known for their thoughtful work. The tabloids ran with it, quoting anonymous sources who swore the 2 were an item. It was the story everyone wanted to be true. But the man himself eventually had to pour some cold water on that fantasy. In an interview, Costner shut the rumors down directly. He was classy about it, but firm. "Jewel and I are friends," he said, making it clear there was no romance. He explained they were on the island as part of a group for charity, and the photos were just an innocent moment. He added, "She's beautiful and smart enough for all those things. It just has never happened for us. The message was clear. This wasn't the big post-divorce romance everyone was hoping for. It was just a friendship. Of course, the gossip never stops. As 2025 started, another surprising name entered the conversation. Hoda Kotb. The host of the Today Show was seen with Costner at the Super Bowl, and a friendly photo she posted on Instagram fueled the fire. It was mostly playful speculation, a fun what-if cooked up by fans. It quickly died down, chalked up to two famous people just being in the same place at the same time. Then came the mystery woman. In the spring of 2025, paparazzi got photos of Costner having lunch with an unidentified woman in L.A. The pictures were nothing special, just two people eating, but it was enough to start another round of speculation. Was this the one? Was this the new, normal, non-famous woman he was supposedly looking for? The internet detectives got to work, but the mystery was solved pretty fast. It was quickly reported that the woman was just his longtime assistant, and the lunch was all business. Another false alarm, and another reminder of just how closely he's being watched. The list of rumored flings kept growing. At one point, he was linked to Jennifer Lopez after they were both spotted in Aspen, a rumor, with zero evidence. More recently, tabloids have tried to connect him with Mad Men actress January Jones, with anonymous sources claiming they were flirty at a party. But like all the others, this rumor is just smoke with no fire, existing only in gossip magazines. Each of these rumors, from the believable to the ridiculous, proves one thing. Costner is one of the most watched single men in Hollywood. But the real story of his love life isn't happening in public. It's happening behind the scenes, with a new, very private set of rules. After two marriages that went down in public flames and a bunch of post-divorce rumors linking him to everyone from singers to TV hosts, Kevin Costner is pretty much done with the Hollywood dating scene. He isn't just testing the waters, he's looking for a completely different ocean. The message from sources close to the actor is loud and clear. No more Hollywood actresses. No more high-profile industry relationships. He's out. According to insiders, this isn't just a phase, it's a new life rule. One source put it bluntly. Kevin doesn't like dating Hollywood actresses and Hollywood people. He likes a more average woman. This isn't a knock on the women in the entertainment world. It's about self-preservation. He spent his entire adult life in a world where every date is a potential headline and every breakup is a potential scandal. His first marriage fell apart under the pressure of his fame. His second, even to a non-actress, still ended in a public spectacle because of the lifestyle his career provided. Now, he's looking for an escape, a partner who exists completely outside of that world. He's apparently so serious about this that he's asked his inner circle for help. He's told his agent and friends to set him up, but with one very specific rule: they have to be women who are not in the business. He's searching for normal, for a connection that isn't about red carpets, box office numbers, or public image. He wants a partner who's into Kevin Costner the guy, not Kevin Costner the movie star. This is a huge shift for someone whose life has been tied to Hollywood for over 40 years. It's him realizing that the very industry that gave him everything might also be the thing that poisons his shot at being happy. His approach is also extremely cautious now. The fallout from his divorce from Christine has made him more guarded than ever. He's focused on balancing his demanding career, especially with his huge new film project, Horizon, an American Saga, with his personal life. He still has 3 kids at home, and being a father is his top priority. He isn't rushing into anything. The goal for 2025, according to sources, is to simply get out more and maybe meet the right person. It's a slow, careful process. He's not looking for a quick romance to cover up old wounds. He's looking for something that will last, something private, something real. This new set of rules is a direct result of a lifetime of tough lessons. He's seen how the pressure of fame can destroy a relationship. He's felt the humiliation of having his private life turned into a public trial. By turning his back on the Hollywood dating pool, Costner is trying to take back control of his own story. He's building a wall around his heart, not to keep love out, but to make sure that the next time it comes in, it's on his own terms, in a space he can protect from the world that's been watching him for so long. He's looking for a love that doesn't need a spotlight to shine. Kevin Costner's journey has been a wild ride of massive success and public heartbreak. His decision to look for love outside of the Hollywood machine is a fascinating new chapter. What do you think about his new rules for dating? Is he right to avoid Hollywood relationships, or can love be found anywhere? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you want more stories about how celebrities navigate life after love, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. At the end of the day, Kevin Costner is at a crossroads. He's a man known for playing iconic American heroes, who is now navigating his own deeply personal and uncertain territory. He is single, after finalizing a painful and very public divorce in early 2024. He's stepping back into the dating world, but with a new playbook written from years of heartbreak. The rumors linking him to famous women have been shut down, sending a clear message that his search for a partner is happening far away from the public eye. His path forward seems to be guided by one powerful idea: authenticity over glamour. He's actively looking for a partner who isn't part of the Hollywood world, a choice that says everything about his desire to protect his private life. This isn't just about finding a new girlfriend, it's about building a different kind of future, one where his happiness isn't for public consumption. He's balancing his passion for his films with a cautious but hopeful approach to finding love again. While the tabloids will keep guessing and the paparazzi will keep snapping pictures, the real story of Kevin Costner's heart is one he's determined to write himself, in private. It's a story of resilience, of learning from the past, and of hoping that even after all the turmoil, a quiet, real love is still out there. The next chapter might not get a red carpet premiere, and that seems to be exactly how he wants it. The world will have to wait and watch, but this time, from a distance.